Hey guys, welcome to the harbor, welcome to the studio. It's Saturday, another day, exciting, further planning the new studio built up there in the A studio. And yesterday evening I had a little bit of time to further plan it. And as always, when I plan, I went a little crazy, informed myself more and tried to find solutions for problems. And I think I found one. But I don't know if it's a good idea to actually implement it because it's like way too crazy. But if it works, it could become the greatest part of that new studio. I actually assembled the very first floor piece because the floor will be 2 layers. That's like one small piece of it. 2 of these on top and like counterfeit to each other to like make it really stable. This also gives me a lot more room to put cables underneath without a problem. As you know, my goal with this new studio is no visible cable, absolutely no cable. And I already also like installed the first little test for the door hinge. Ignore that middle old door, this will be gone. There will be 2 new doors left and right with this hinge system. So just imagine this being longer, up to half of it. And then you can just like open it. Very simple system, same as for closets. And it has the big advantage that there will be no gap. Like this will be moved a little like this. And this way you won't be able to really spot the door. It will have the same width as all of these other blocks that will be covered with fabric. So 2 of these here, and then you can just push to open. Then some foam in there to seal it 100%, so almost no sound will travel in and out. And that big crazy project that I kind of thought of yesterday evening, because I was like further planning the studio and everything. And then I like the back wall, all designed, no problem. Floor designed, no problem. Side walls, no problem. The front wall is what is like giving me the most trouble because I actually want to build the speakers into the wall, which is highly complicated. Then I thought not to build them into the wall. Then I was thinking which speakers actually to get. Then I was again thinking about building them into the wall. And then I thought, like, if I already built them into the wall, why not build my own speakers? I know it's crazy. I know it's complicated. I started to dig a little into that topic, and it's actually easier than I thought. And in the past I already built my own speakers, very simple ones, like 6-7 years ago. So I will definitely need some help if any one of you has ever built a cabinet for speakers, because that's where I'm struggling the most, like finding the right woofers and tweeters and all that. It's actually pretty simple. Adjusting them with the DSP gets already quite complicated, but I got a friend that already did it a couple of times. So this way they can be custom made for the room, built into the wall, and they can be very precisely tuned to the room. Usually you buy speakers out of the box, that's what you get. Yes, you can like tweak a little the low end, the high end, depending on the settings of the speaker, but this way it will be 100% custom made for the room and get me even closer to a better sound. And I can adjust it more to my taste. I can have certain frequency responses, so I can emulate other speakers, make it sound more hi-fi. It really it opens up a whole nother world. And if I already built all of this, why not make the centerpiece of this entire room also perfect? I'm not 100% sure if I will actually pull through with that, but I will at least give it a try and talk to some people that know how this is done and have already done it a couple of times in that kind of scale. And the biggest benefit of all, like despite just like being able to tune it to the room and make it fit 100%, is also you save a ton of costs. Like a normal studio speaker is at least 5 times more expensive than the parts. Anyway, so I'll clean up a little here, and then I think I need to get some more stuff. Oh my god. Like this was horrible. Never ever again DIY store during a pandemic on a Saturday. Horrible. Took me 3 hours just to order some wood that will be delivered hopefully next week. Some screws and absorbing material, one package. Disappointing. And the worst part, they didn't even have everything, so ordering more very specialized screws and like stuff for the studio online. Screws for the table, black M6 screws. I don't know why, but I get totally obsessed with these details. And there's no way to get them in a regular DIY store. And yeah, so a little bit of shopping in a style that I like. For the rest of this evening will be to like try and source parts for these speakers and for myself if it's like a four-way speaker with a subwoofer integrated. That's something I could build, or just a three-way system but two low-range woofers just to have less distortion. And yeah, how to design them, because I already know, like a friend of mine works for Quested. They make these huge speakers and their woofers are by Volt speakers. They're from the UK and they make these woofers. And the woofers, if you just buy the woofers, it's way, way less expensive. And building a wooden box around it, it can't be that hard. So I'll definitely give it a try. Maybe not a good idea, maybe it is. I don't know, but I'll figure out a way how to pull this off. Worst case, I'll just ask friends of mine who build speakers. I also have a friend that works at Eve and they know everything about speakers, so maybe he can help me, advise me, tell me what's like absolute no-goes and what I should do. Big project. This will be like building a studio. It's one part, building the speakers is a second part. We'll see. I'll keep you informed. Maybe this will be the channel that builds the most epic speakers ever, or maybe fails the hardest, but anyway, it will be definitely entertaining for you. Ooh, they also have 18-inch woofer. 18-inch, guys. Like this. That's so crazy. Just the woofer, 17 kilograms. 18-inch, 750 watt. Anyways, I will now just nerd out the rest of the day. 18-inch, guys. Wow.